Hi everyone, welcome to the first devlog for my C++ Raylib RPG engine. I've officially reached a point where things are rendering on screen, so today I wanted to show what I've built, how the engine works, and where I'm taking this project next. Given that this is the first video of the series, I would just like to show off what I've accomplished so far with the program. Everything is written purely in C++ using the Raylib library. So far we have movement in the overworld, and we have random encounters. So we can attack, we can defend, and we can run. If we pull another one, we have victory condition, and we have defeat condition as well. So what you just saw in the gameplay footage isn't really actually that complex. It's just an overworld and a basic battle screen. And I've only recently started working on the rendering system. That's why I'm finally showing off all of my work so far. But what I've spent most of my time isn't actually on the visuals. It's more the logic and architecture underneath everything. I've been trying to make this as scalable as possible. And so I've been teaching myself how to code for about 2 years now. And this project is kind of the culmination of everything I've learned so far. The engine is built around an entity component system architecture, and this diagram shows exactly what I've been working on. The most important pieces right now are the engine itself, the game state manager, and the core systems that I have highlighted on the diagram. The game state manager controls what part of the game is active. So whether we're in the overworld, in a battle, or in a menu, or anywhere else, the individual systems themselves handle all the actual logic. For example, the rendering system draws things, the overworld system updates the player movement, draws the overworld map, the battle systems runs the combat logic, and so on. And then the components on the left over here is all the data that actually gets attached to the entities. Things like the position, the info, the health, combat stats, names, etc. The systems will read and modify these components to create the behavior. And so outside of that, I've also built a custom overworld map loader. It takes a JSON file from tiled and converts it to what you saw in the overworld. And apart from that, also, I made a texture manager to load textures cleanly and not running into any issues. And so this system here that I have is going to allow me to scale this operation more and more as it goes. So as far as what I got done this week, I got the map loader completed to be able to load in the map. I also got rendering of the overworld map. I also got drawing and clamping onto the camera of the sprite, being able to walk around with the sprite. I got that done. And I still have to fix some of the logic of the loading of the map and the displaying of it, because there should be collisions, like this water here there should be a collision. This water, there shouldn't be a collision. And I'm also going to be testing generating an encounter with a mountainous region versus grasslands versus water. This is all still very, very early in its stages. However, I do have the foundation to build off of. The core foundation is ready to go. I can start building different systems of the game. With that being said, thank you for watching the first development log. If you want to follow along as I build the engine, feel free to subscribe or just check back on the next update, whichever. I'll be sharing progress as I go, and I will see you in the next one.